Welcome back for another episode of More to the Story. I'm Farron Moore, and we have my friend here back co-hosting for another episode with me, Miss Ayo Cherry. Say hi, Ayo.
Hi, Ayo.
Grow up.
Yeah.
And also, I want to welcome my guest today, Mr. Comedian CP.
What up, though? I'm trying to post on my Patreon now, right now. But
Oh,
what
really?
up, though? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I'm happy to be here, man. Shout out to More to the Story. Shout out to Tahir. I know you're not here, but
Yeah,
we about
he's
to still have
traveling.
fun.
He's out there being great. And I had to tell CP because I've had people like, because Tahir wouldn't be here for a certain episode, they prefer to reschedule, and it's fine. But CP was like, no, I'm still gonna come through because you my nigga. So I appreciate that love, CP.
And if you want them people, don't do my friend.
It happens. It's fine.
No, it's not. I don't like that.
Wait, so what'd you say?
I don't like that. Don't do my friend. Like, if people have done that, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Don't do my friend.
I didn't like it. It definitely
Don't do her.
It stung a little bit.
You can be classy about it. I won't. Don't do my friend. You can just not come.
I love that.
They go
Now I'm
show
about
up.
to start a
Hey,
don't
they go-
do my friend merch.
Yeah.
Don't do my goddamn
They go
friend.
show up when you blow up, when all that "Don't Do My Friend" shirt start blowing up, and then here they go come. It's like, nah, it's too late.
Yeah,
I should've showed up.
Don't come.
Yes.
We're booked.
So, CP, I know this week in particular, though this episode will likely not air until like end of September, I believe. But I know this week in particular has been a rough one. And so I just want to just check in, ask you how the hell you are, and also get 3 things you're grateful for right now.
Yeah, man, I'm okay. I think that I went through a couple phases. Like, dang, man, like somebody I was really cool with, and somebody who I was proud of, and I was looking forward to being successful with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were supposed to be all at the top, doing our thing, making the new Harlem Nights type shit.
Oh my God.
And so. It also, at first, when you lose somebody, it makes you remember your own mortality. Like, oh, shit, I can die. Like, oh, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? And then, that's a scary thought. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I had that, this kid when I was in kindergarten, this kid in first grade died. And I was like, oh, man, wait a minute.
Wow.
You know what I'm
First
saying?
grade.
And
Wow.
that was the first time I realized, and I've always had a thing with death since then. It's like, that's what kind of, I can take it back to that. My mom took me to view this kid. Maybe she shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, I just saw him playing.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
he, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I mean,
it
it's
really,
the reality.
right. And she didn't shield me from the world. You know what I'm saying? She ain't Drake. So
We were having such a serious moment.
right. But anyway, I just, then I got this wave of like gratefulness. You know what I'm saying? Grateful to have had friends like that could make me feel that kind of emotion upon them exiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a love that you have for your brothers and your sisters and just other people, that it feels good to actually be able to manifest that love. Like, wow, I really feel hurt that my niggas died, and I've never, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been like, Teddy Ray, I love you, bro. But I did. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel it like, wow, bro, I'm never gonna see dog again. You know what I'm saying? Like we never gonna get to these goals that we talked about. And so it's just like, man, I think that I'm grateful for life and for the opportunity to carry on another day and to build a legacy. I think that, that's something that we sometimes take for granted. We fill our life with a lot of bullshit, and then we look at the results. Like, man, why is all my good shit kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's like, your life is a club, man. And sometimes that bitch be at capacity with the wrong kind of crowd. And you got a line outside of blessings just trying to get in.
So you gotta push out
security
the
outside, like, we at capacity, sorry. It's a bunch of bullshit in there. And you need to kick some motherfuckers out.
Nah, that's a word.
Yo,
That's
a
a
whole
word.
one right there.
And so, that's just, I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. Like, man, like, I really have to make sure that I start living this life tilted forward and really go for what I want, and not just, touching it every now and then and thinking that that's something.
Yeah, really. I mean,
That was powerful.
is like, that was beautifully put, CP, because it does make you think about,
your own mortality.
Yeah, your own life, what you're leaving behind, and the relationships that you have. Like, am I nurturing these? Will these people, when they leave, will they know how I feel about them?
I have a question before we move.
No, go
Even
ahead.
though we're in the beginning segment, do you feel like it will now make you communicate those feelings to people around you more clearly? Like, have you taken a moment to be like, yo, dog, I love you? Men, y'all be like, I don't feel nothing.
Yeah, no. And I'm not even that kind of dude.
No, but
honestly.
to say, he's not that type of guy.
I don't know CP. I'm not a C people yet.
A C people?
I'm not a C people yet.
A CP.
CP.
A CP.
I'm sorry, I needed to urban it up. I'm not a C peep yet.
But no, I think
I love you.
you know what? I would love if that did, and I think that the truth of the matter is that for a good reason and for a reason that we will never understand, these feelings they pass, and you got to move on and get right back to kind of living life in this oblivious state, because I can't stay in this state of being cautious and worried about every step. I have to forget how I feel right now. And it's like, that's what really sucks, is that I know that I'm gonna go back. And so I think that right now, like, even at the memorial and at the service, and that's when we all come together and tell each other that we love each other, because for a minute we could put our shark teeth away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then it's like,
so you did have that moment. You were able to share love to people you may not have said it to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I got to get back out here and kill these stages. Like, I got to get back out here and be CP. I got to get back out here and get in that zone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Like, live your life to the fullest.
Real quick before we jump to the next segment, and to lighten things back up a bit, who would you be in Harlem Nights?
I'd be quick.
I thought so.
Yeah.
That's exactly who I saw you as.
Yeah, I'd be quick.
That's
outside.
exactly who I saw you as. That makes sense.
I don't know how far the show reaches or the power that be, but I have to say, Eddie Murphy is my favorite comedian. I love you so much.
Let me tell you something.
You have given me so much joy throughout my life. I used to get in trouble for quoting Delirious when I was little.
Hey.
And my mother would be like, you can't say that. I'm like, well, Eddie said it.
Can I tell you something?
I want you to know that I love you.
Ahead,
I don't want
finish
nothing
that.
from
Finish
this,
that.
but I am a private
Finish
chef
that.
if you looking for it.
Finish
but
that.
like, I
Shoot your shot, friend. Shoot your shot.
I am a private chef if you're looking for it. But I love you. I would clear all my clients out. And if y'all see this, I'm sorry, but it's true. I'd clear everybody out. I love you. That's it. I'm done.
I'm telling you right now. You talking about, first of all, I used to get like raw, Eddie Murphy raw for Christmas, right? Like, as like 8, 9 years old. Like, I was groomed to be this. I was groomed to be like, I kind of modeled a lot after Eddie Murphy, because I saw how much my dad looked up to Eddie
Wow,
Murphy.
wait a second. So your parents sound like free range parents.
Come on, free range parents.
Oh,
taking
very
a
much
kindergartner to a funeral and like, look at this dead child. Like, as an adult, when I
That's
go
real.
to funerals, depending on how close I am to the person, I will not even go down that line. I'm going back out. I don't want that to be the last view
I'm gonna tell you.
of that person
Can I
for
tell you
me.
something? That same year, I was at the Michael Jackson Bad Tour in the 3rd row.
Yes, third
So
row.
yes, so
Your
they
parents
do
about this
something
life.
called
Shout out.
free range parenting. You guys.
So, you know what I'm
And
saying?
back then, they were just
Yeah.
keeping it real with their kids.
So are you like
Yeah.
that with your kids?
Oh, you have offspring.
Oh, I definitely have 2 children. Yeah, in some ways, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that dad that like to show them that shit ain't shit, if that makes sense, right? Like, so I got
Expound
2
on that.
daughters, right? So like,
Oh, two girls.
they love Raven Simone. Like, they watch That's So Raven's
Raven.
Home, but then they go back and watch That's So Raven. And so
love
I
that.
took them to a taping and let them meet the cast.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Let them hang out backstage, let them see that it's TV and that it's not shit I wish that I would have knew. I was one of them niggas that used to look behind the TV like, where they at? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like,
That's so cute.
so basically, you're like, Santa Claus isn't real. Don't believe that.
but
hype.
it's just
I
I
never
don't
believed
want
in
to
Santa Claus
I don't want to ruin their childhood at all. But I also, I understand that they are competing against kids their age around the world.
Yeah.
And it's kids their age around the world who own shit, who gonna be on shit. And then, you know, when everybody get released, these kids have been prepared for 11 years to be 18 years old.
And you're raising them in LA, so it's
You know
like
what
you
I'm
might as
saying?
well show them what's real.
Yeah.
Right,
So, you know,
exactly.
Same with you.
But
Like
say,
you're not
especially
from
out
this
here-
world, and like the kid is so different than you were.
Yes.
I am. Like any
Yeah.
black kid her age I've ever met. And it's cool to see like what they absorb from this world y'all have put
Yes,
them in.
and the stuff that she brings to the forefront for me, it's like the way your mind works. Like I would have never thought of that.
Yes.
So yes, let's sit down and have a whole hour-long conversation.
The only and I
this
told
topic.
our engineer this. She's the only child I've ever genuinely enjoyed a conversation with.
Yeah.
I
So many people have
Genuinely
said
enjoy
that
a
to
conversation
me
with
about
her.
her. I have
when I first met her, I was like, "Oh, we're friends." This
my
is the thing.
friend Chris, she stayed with the kid for a little while for when Tahir and I had to travel together. She stayed at the house with her, and she was like, she is a very interesting kid. I would do this again at
Yeah.
any time.
Like, I'm sad she's too old for them to just drop her off at my house now. Because I would 100% be like, y'all are going to be gone for 2 weeks? Great. Leave her here. Love her down. We're good. We're going to go have a good time. Like, I would ask her what she wanted to do because I want to do what she wants to do. Like, she's a cool kid.
She really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being an only child is dope.
I am also an only child.
I am also.
It's dope. It's dope for the child. The parents, not so much.
That's
My
your problem.
daughter loves me so much. Like, and it's beautiful and it's great. But we are, because she's older, we're moving more into that. She doesn't so much need my guidance and my hand holding so much. So we moved into kind of a friend zone. And it's weird.
You never told her you're not one of her little friends?
I have had to say that, but not that way.
No.
I have had to say it because I'm like, yo, you're wearing me out wanting to spend every second with me that I don't get any adult time.
That's your problem. You shouldn't have gave birth. Yeah, I said it. Give her all the time she wants.
I need you to be quiet
pro-kid.
until you have your own offspring.
I
And
won't be
since,
doing that.
Since you're not planning on doing that, then
No.
just shut up and stay out that conversation.
You're right. I'll be over here.
She,
like my vagina.
but my baby really loves me, and so she wants to spend time with me. She wants to sit and watch YouTube gamers with me. Like she wants me in her world so much that if I'm sitting there with her, I can be sitting there for 3 hours straight, doing exactly what she wants me to do. And the minute I stand up, you leaving? I'm like, I need to talk to me. Like,
Yeah.
for a little while,
It's
please.
bad. Like when Farron comes over, I'm like, "Are you gonna bring the kids?" She's like, "No, I need
No,
to
I'm not. That's me.
Oh.
I got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
So
see.
so she loves me. She'll be 17 this year, and we're still
go."
like,
Oh my God,
really
I was wrong.
close. And she really loves me, and it feels good. But it's also like, can you please find some friends and go
Hey,
somewhere? Like, I
hey.
will buy you a car if you would use it to leave.
She doesn't want a car.
Leave.
Hey, I would tell you. That's how I was with my dad. And he used to be like, God damn. But then
It's great
as
because
we
you
get-
hear of other parents, they don't have that with their
No, their
kids,
kids
and they
hate them.
long for it.
But look,
That's like when you beat your kids
but
every 2
look,
minutes. They
we
hate
got
you.
older, and then all his best friends started dying. Then I was like, come on home, come on home.
That's my mama now.
I be spoiling my dad. Like, what you want to do, man? What you man? What?
That's my mama now.
Everything I get, he get, and my mama too. But but it's like, yeah, but like that's how my mom is with me. So it'd be like, Mom, please stop. She'd be like, I just love you so
me
much.
too. Me too. When you're the only one,
You know what
they
I'm
be like,
saying?
"What are you doing?" I was like, "I just talked to you for
Man.
3 hours yesterday." What do you mean? What am I doing?
Yo,
I have no
My
more
mom.
updates, girl. Stop calling me.
Dog.
literally nothing happened in the 12
Yes.
hours we haven't talked because 8 of those
Right.
I was asleep.
And I know she's running out of stuff when she start going down my list of friends. Like, how's Farron? How's Kendra? How's your boyfriend? Mama, get off the phone. You have nothing to talk about. And then after 4 hours, she's like, well, I ain't want nothing. I know.
4 hours.
I know.
Okay, moving into our next segment. We use combo cards, and now we have levels to them. CP. So you get to pick the deck. I pick the cards. 3 questions for you to answer from whichever deck you pick. Okay.
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 All right.
So we have the best self icebreaker deck, which are just like general conversation questions. Oh, let me switch this. Okay. So we have this one that is tonight's conversation, and these are relationship debates. And yeah, and we have the sexy 69 after dark questions.
Okay.
And who is the biggest pervert?
Oh,
Farron.
shit.
I get it.
Do you?
Yes, I own it.
Okay.
I walk in my truth.
Buy that pervert merch, y'all.
Buy that pervert merch.
I need one.
Yes,
Is it
I
still on
have
sale?
I have
actually need
merch
one.
called Proud Pervert.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah. I work in people's
Just
homes, so I can.
owning my truth. As long as there's no kids there.
Well,
That
you
kid
work at people's
sounded
home,
out.
so you can't own your truth, or you can't.
I wear my More to the Story T-shirt
Oh, but you
to
can't
my
wear no
client's
pervert
house, but I
stuff,
can't
yeah.
wear the pervert shirt.
Because they're
Yeah.
going to have
my
questions.
clients have queer kids. They can be like, "Hey, yo, what's a pervert? Get out."
Yeah.
Get out the
Get
kitchen.
out.
That's what
Get
a
out.
pervert
Go
is.
ask your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now your little butterfly shrimp look different.
So which deck, CP?
All right, so we will start with the icebreaker pack.
Okay.
Oh, start with. So there's more.
No, I'm just,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't you know, them
That's
damn.
such a random.
Is
That
this
really
not,
is
is
a
this
random
not your
question.
brand, CP? Do you not get into the shit?
Do I not do what?
Do you not get into the shit? It's okay if you don't.
Well, that's the thing. You got to know your. It's like, you know how when you're alcoholic, you be, oh, y'all drinking? You know what I'm saying? No. I'm good. You're right. No, I'm good.
I feel that. Okay.
What's that, Henny? What year is that? Oh shit! No, I'm good.
So you are Denzel in Flight. You just have no once it starts, that's it.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a Cocoa Puff. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I just watched that movie 2 days ago.
So you know.
I called that,
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Look, you need a Cocoa Puff.
Okay. So I pulled from the categories deep, life, and random.
Okay.
So random. Which piece are you when you play Monopoly?
Ooh.
I like that question.
The
Good
dog.
job, friend.
Huh?
I like the dog.
You like the dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he can stand up by himself and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that answers
with
answers
the
my
dog.
previous question.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm so lost. Life. What?
Followed by the thimble. But go ahead.
Really?
Thimble's
Why
a
the
good
thimble?
one. I picked the thimble too.
The thimble just got swag to it because it just looked like don't nobody use thimbles no more. So you using a little throwback. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead.
A little throwback.
A little
Yeah.
throwback.
Okay. What one accomplishment are you proud of? This from the life category.
Man, I did so much shit. I gotta just.
He's like, oh, I've done so many things to be proud of. My
I know
life.
that's right.
My life is an accomplishment.
God, if you say having kids, I'm
Man,
gonna
you know
slap
what,
this mic.
man? You know, I quit my job as a advertising executive to do comedy, and people like laughed at me. Like people were like, "Man, you know," and I was broke for some years, and I'm not the kind of nigga who I don't look good broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Come on
just-
with it.
You know, that's not on brand. You know, and it was
I
it
love
was
that.
rough, and but I stuck with it. I think that choosing this career and forcing my way into my success is probably my biggest accomplishment that I could ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this is. You know, and like I said, my parents was like, finally, you know, it's like when you got a big ass son, nigga, you don't get your big ass in the NFL, and then one day I'm gonna go play football. They be like, thank God. You know what I'm saying? But like they had literally, like I said, I was getting Eddie Murphy Raw. Like I could quote it. My mom, I was
too.
going to school and I was saying it, and then I would get in trouble in front of the teacher, and then my mom be like, they was laughing though. Like, nigga, I'll be like,
I love your
Yes,
Yeah.
I need to meet your
I love
parents.
your
I
parents.
need
Yeah.
to meet your parents.
Because they
Man,
knew,
what?
they saw who you were at a very early
Yes.
age. They
Yeah.
saw you,
Yep.
and that's beautiful that your
and
parents
so
saw you.
yeah, and so like
because that does not happen.
for real.
Like your parents actually seeing your talent. They
You.
usually just, I mean, you, not just the talent, but seeing
But-
you.
Typically, they project what they want you to be and not seeing who you
are.
are.
But
So
s-
your parents saw you.
Can I tell y'all some deep shit?
Yes, please.
All right,
Please.
peep this, right?
We need this.
Okay, so, like, I went to the same high school as my mom. My mom was like famous in this high school because my mom, like, she's like a legend in her own right because. I mean, you know, like she was just like a really, really like good looking girl. Everybody was trying to get
A
with
baddie.
my mom. Like she looked like Halle Berry when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like
raised by a baddie.
She was super athletic. She used to do flips and dance team and all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
She was a mascot. Like she used to do this. Like put on a big head and do kid parties, and I do security. So I'd be like, nigga, because you know niggas like the punch mascot. My mom told me like, yeah, these kids be hitting us. I'm like,
How old
oh.
were you?
Like 11, 12,
Yeah, I was
you know what
gonna
I'm saying?
ask that.
Oh, so I'll be at the
Like
party.
it's okay for a kid to punch another kid.
Yeah, niggas want to fuck up the mascot. You know what I'm saying? We just here for the birthday party. I will kill one of these kids. Anyway,
And that's big energy because he is not a large man.
but see that, but them the niggas you got to worry about. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? You feel
yes,
me? Little nigga, I ain't got time to wait. I ain't got time to wait.
I'ma hit first.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
My nigga in the army just hit me like, hey, what's the name of that gun you was telling me to give? I'm like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga.
Not in the
Anyway, so I said that to say that like in my high school, there's a picture with like one of the first years that they started doing the SAT or the ACT, one of the two, and the kids was taking tests. And so like they have a picture of it, you know, all these afros and everybody, and then in the back you see my mom doing her nails,
Like a baddie.
right?
Priority.
Because shit ain't shit.
Yeah, and
Because
so
shit ain't shit.
and
Your
so
mama
then,
did not
and
care.
so then you take it back to my mother's father.
Yep.
My mother's father, my
27
grandfather.
minutes.
His father moved him to Detroit in 1948. Right? He was 12. My great grandfather was working on these buildings downtown. He was a construction worker. And when they had lunch break, all the black guys from the crews would kind of come together and have their own lunch. And they'd be like different crews because everybody's going to lunch at the same time. So they building this building, they building that tunnel, they building this. They all would come together, eat their lunch, and they would roast. And my great grandfather was the best roaster in Detroit in that time. And I never met him.
Wow.
And so for me my mom said he held me when I was like newborn, and then he passed like later on that year. But for me to do this, and you know what I'm saying, it's just crazy how like all of that culminates, like, you know, kind of like my mom's rebel spirit, you know, my dad's like no filter. My dad would say anything to anybody, right? And then like just like a quick tongue, like this great grandfather that was a legend that I never even really was around. It's just like you become this smoothie of these people, and I'm just kind of like pushing forward their
Legacy.
dream. Like he
And
was
you
like,
were sound like you were destined to be exactly who you are.
exactly,
Yeah.
like he was. That nigga idolized Red Fox. He was one of them niggas who was at home. Oh man, Red Fox was, you know, back in the day. And so like for me to do this, I know that this was his dream for himself. You know, and it's like I tell people all the time, the drop of water, the drop of blood. You could take a drop of water and put a pin in it and drag it across the table. Now you got to drop over here to drop over here. Same
separate.
water.
Yeah.
But the same water. And that's how blood is. Like, you know, one drop of your blood can carry an idea or a piece of your dream to the next generation. It's deep. So.
Wow. Okay.
All right, well, you hit a nerve.
We're having feels today in this studio.
My grandmother told me when I became a private chef, she was like, let me know if you need anything. And like, I'm from the South, like small town. And I was like, well, Grandma, like, I live in LA. I don't know if you can really help me. And she was like, well, what do you need? And I was like, honestly, like, I don't know how we going to pay rent this month. But, because I moved out here with like couple $1,000 and like that's it. And I was like, I want to be a private chef, but on like the highest level. I want to be in LA. I want clients who eat vegetables. And because I was a private chef in Florida first, and
Right.
doing wrappers and like
Lamb chops, nuggets.
oh no. I'm talking about like chicken wings. You know who you are. Chicken wings and potato chips. Like that was it. That was his diet. We'll talk after this.
Damn.
But that was his diet. And I moved out here and she's like, let me know if you need help. So she like paid my rent for like because I paid 3 months. She paid my rent for the 4th month. And I was like, Grandma, we got the money. And she was like, I put stuff away because if I had been born in a different time, you're doing what I would want to do. And my mother cannot, you know, I love you, girl, but my mama can't cook. She could cook some now, but she could not cook when I was growing up. My grandmother taught me literally all these dishes. And because she realized I love to cook, my grandma would watch Food Network. and learn stuff that, like, I made borscht with her when I was like 10.
Wow,
Paella,
isn't that like a borscht? Is like a Russian.
It's a Russian
cold beet soup.
stew.
Yeah, like-
It's a beet stew.
I'm about to say borscht. Borscht good as for now. I ain't never had no borscht. You know what I'm saying? I never had no borscht. Yeah.
It does not sound good.
It was different, but she would have me make it with her, and then we talk about it, and she'd be like, "What do you like about it?" I was like, "Oh, I like beef, but it's like it's so much earthiness or whatever." And she was like, "Well, there's different kind of beets. Do you think we can make it with different beet? And you would like it?" Like she would talk me through these dishes,
Aww.
and I never really realized it till I got older. And when she told me that, I remember being like, "Oh my god!" And she died now.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I feel what you were saying.
yeah.
No,
100%.
it's this is like, and that's what I'm talking about, being grateful for this opportunity. We gotta realize, like, we are living somebody's dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes when you be like, man, you get down and you be like, man, I don't know what my next move is gonna be. I don't know. It's like, remember, dog, like somebody had to lay down to push you this forward. You know what I'm saying? It's like, woo. When I realized that, it'd be like, man,
Get up.
I bet
But say you can't. There's no taking a break.
Yeah,
like,
hell
don't
nah.
you can't take that shit
I'm
for
gonna set this
granted.
stage on fire tonight.
Okay, last question. What thing are you most scared to tell your parents? Sound like ain't no rules with your family. You know?
But you know
Your
what?
parents sound like some real ones.
Right?
Yeah, no, they are real. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I would hate for my parents to know how sometimes I've had to conform to be. I think that they are the rebels who would never, ever, you know, like my dad had never talk white on the phone because he was at a job. Or, you know what I'm saying? My mom would never let a boss tell her some shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it's like I coming up under them, I always say like cool skips a generation. Right? Because when you a cool motherfucker, your kids got to kind of take care of you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I just remember,
like that's what
you
the
know,
kid
my mother
going
would
through.
like blaze a trail, and I'm right behind her, like, come on, y'all, everybody, she's sorry, she don't know, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
that's my kid.
Yeah.
That's my
And
kid
so-
with
That
me.
is her.
yeah, and you know, and
That's
then
so funny.
you know, kind of like my dad would. You know, he would kind of come hot-headed with it sometimes, and I would kind of be the one to be like, Dad, I'm worried about you. Like, I'm, you know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah.
You're the realistic one.
right. And so I think that, you know, I approached this life with like everything that they taught me, but also some of the things that I saw that I did not want to carry on. And it's like, you know, I wouldn't want to, they you know, they older. I ain't got no time to be reprogramming nobody. It's like, I
They ain't
love
gonna
you.
change.
It is what it is. Right. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But, you know, yeah, like, you know, there are some times where I've had to be fake, where I feel like, man, my dad would never be fake. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, ooh, I would never want him to see me like that.
Right.
And to a certain extent, it's part of what you do, like just part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
I feel
Okay.
it.
Me.
I've been in
too.
people's home and done the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have.
Is this borscht? Is this a borscht?
No, like,
Oh, I love a borscht.
like had a client come downstairs and be like, "Hey, I hear you guys are like having homegirl talk, but you keep it down and be like,
Homegirl talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Child,
You feel me?
listen.
You
and
feel
be
me?
like, I'm sorry, did you just? What is that? And we were talking about a menu. Like, yes, we were two black women, but we wasn't loud. We was talking about a menu.
And why
He was
this?
like, I hear y'all having homegirl talk, and I was like. And I was like, my mom would walk out right now. My
Yeah,
mom would be
exactly.
like, who the fuck? And my mom would
Yes.
just walk out, but it's like, yeah, this is $600 a day, and I need this. So I'm going to just be like.
Yeah, be like, ooh, this why we was kind of broke sometimes. Because mine would have been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this why I couldn't get shit for Christmas. Because
my mom would have
you
been
know what I'm saying?
like, fuck you. And I'm
Yep,
like,
yep.
who, the rent is
And
due
you-
on the 1st, and this is the 31st.
Yeah.
You know what? It's very true. Going back to cool skips a generation because my mom was the type where she
Yes,
wouldn't
we
have
found.
walked out. She would have internalized that. She would have been upset, you know, later at home. And it's me seeing that side of it that caused me to be so vocal and be
Yeah.
so like, I ain't happy here. I ain't happy with what you're doing. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I've done, you know, several jobs like that. Like, this is stressing me out. Just the thought of getting
Yeah.
ready to come here
And
the next
pretend
day.
like I want to do this.
I quit. I'll figure shit out later. Like,
Yeah.
so I feel that, and now it's like my kids like chasing up behind me, like she's rude. Excuse her. Oh, mom,
Yeah. Oh,
mom,
yeah.
watch what you say.
Oh, my God.
That's how my youngest daughter
I never
is.
even thought about that. That is her.
Be nice, daddy. Jeez.
Yes,
You don't
yes.
gotta say that. And I'd be like, You don't know what I deal with.
She legit right. My kid calls me.
I could be so much worse. I could be like your grandfather.
Right.
She calls me a black Karen.
Yes, she does.
Because
And you know what? It's
I'm
not
very
inaccurate.
much.
After she told me that, I was like, you are kind of a little
I'm
bad
very
friend.
much.
You're a Farron.
Can I get? Where's the manager?
She's a Farron.
You don't seem like
A
you're
Farron.
paid
She's
enough.
She's a Farron. She is.
You don't
She's a
seem
Farron.
like you're paid enough to give me the answer I'm looking for. Give me who's above you, and then I'll have this
And
conversation.
she told me this one day when we were shopping. We were looking for lamps. We were looking for like lamps and lighting for her home. And I was like, she's not wrong. Because we went to eat somewhere and I forgot what you said. She was like, I don't like y'all carrots. They are so weird tasting.
They're-
And I remember being like, just tell him you don't want carrots, girl. You got to tell him why. You got to talk shit about the carrots. He doesn't care.
They are so weird.
She was like, I don't like the way y'all carrots taste. They're thick cut. They're too weird. They don't work in the salad. And I was like, okay, Chef Farron.
Because what if he takes that little feedback back to the kitchen? They're like, you know what?
They
Our carrots are dumb.
And mind
Let's
you,
re-carrot. Let's
I've
rethink
been in
these
the kitchen and I'm telling her from experience, no one cares. No one who works here gives a shit about what kind of carrots they use. They don't have a say-so. Nobody who's actually physically working the line at whatever time they open
Yard
on a
House.
fucking Wednesday at Yard House gives a shit about what kind of carrots
But you know
they
what my
use.
problem is, though?
We don't care.
I think people forget that they work there and you shop there. I think that people got it so fucked up. It's like, wait a minute, who the fuck are you talking to with your check, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck, like, okay, for example, like, I went to me and my
I need
daughter.
an example. I'm confused.
Yes.
Okay, me and my daughter, we went to the Louis store the other day, right?
This humble flex is brought to you by.
Right.
Nothing humble about
We're
it.
in
Walk
a-
into
we're
that
in a
movie.
Shout
hurry.
out to see the thing is.
We're in a hurry, right? I know what I want, right? I just need to grab something real quick, get the fuck on, right? I explained to them, like, hey, I just need something, I just got to grab something real quick. Sure, sir, you're in line. But I'm looking around and there's hella associates just standing around. And even my daughter is like, why are they doing this? And I'm like, oh, now you embarrass me in front of my baby. I set this bitch on fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't deserve this. She don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this baby is, like my oldest is like me. You know what I'm saying? But my youngest is like the one who
Your
just...
oldest is a Farron?
No, she, but her name is Cameron. You know what I'm saying? It's close enough, right? Like, but
Shout out to Cameron.
yeah, she just be like, Cameron is mad laid back, but my youngest one just is like goody. Don't
she's
you
a
be
rule
rude.
Follower.
Exactly.
I feel that.
And I kind of don't like that a lot because I'd be like,
You better leave her alone.
No, I feel like rule followers sometimes be people pleasers, and I feel like I'm working too hard for you to be trying to please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually
People.
she'll get a therapist and they'll fix it. It's fine.
Okay. So
Okay.
anyway,
I mean, it's true. As an adult woman, it's true.
so I tell they finally come and do me a favor and help me to buy some shit.
And this shit is too expensive.
Oh.
For me to have to wait. Louis?
And so, just to flex on him, I buy another one too. I'm like, give me two of them. And so then he was like, okay. So then we get. I'm like, hey, but do me a favor, bro. Don't even wrap it up. Just put it in the bag. Like, give me. You ain't gotta. Y'all be gift wrapping shit and writing
They
a
do.
personal note. I don't need that, bro. I'm in a hurry. Okay, sir. I'm like, I know what he gonna do. He went back there and took his time and wrapped it up.
You
After I asked
bitch.
you not to?
So then,
Oh, no, you're not getting
bitch.
the commission. I want somebody else.
So then I'm like, all right. So I'm like, bro, I specifically asked you not to wrap it up. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Bitch,
I
no,
would've
you're
left
not.
it right there. I would've left it right there.
Look. So then, but I need my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't Louis. You just a nigga who work here. You got that
Yeah.
bullshit ass sweater
Did you
on.
pull out a wrap off? I ain't got time for this
No,
shit.
this what I did though. This what
I
I
would have
did.
asked for somebody
This
else to
what I
help me.
did.
You're not getting this commission. Fuck
I
you.
didn't even think to do that. I should have did that. This motherfucker got the receipt, took the receipt, stapled the receipt to another receipt, and then took the receipt, stretched it out,
Folded it.
and then folded it.
You gotta do all this.
and
It ain't
then
a
folded-
sheet.
I said, give me this shit. I just grabbed everybody. I was like, man. And then my daughter looked at me, and I saw her face, and she was just like,
Here he goes.
I'm
She was
like,
apologetic.
God, I'm like, give me this shit, man. What the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was kind of like, nigga, I will beat your ass.
You're
in here.
trying to
Like,
make me
you
look like the problem.
You're
No,
talking
but
to-
CP, you gave them exactly what they wanted. Because that's how they. Because
That's
then
how
he
he
has
was-
a reason to be like,
But-
you see how he
but,
was.
right, but he
the
don't
issue
understand.
is him.
But niggas, here go the thing people be having fucked up. You don't know how aggressive niggas are. Like, nigga, I will. I'm not a fighter. I will grapple a nigga. Like, nigga, you be like, get this nigga off me. Get the nigga smoke. That nigga crazy.
He got my own.
That nigga's ass. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, do you
Yes.
know? You like, bro, don't fuck with me, dog.
I don't know if it's niggas though, but I have to tell because my boyfriend is from California, so I have to tell him I'm from Florida, and I'll be like, hey, I know in California y'all be arguing and shit. I'm from Florida. We don't argue. We just fight.
Yeah.
So like, there have been times where he's been like, "Are you serious about to get a car?" Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And she just got to wear the fast whip, and he'd be like, get in the car, and he don't think I'm serious. I'm like, no, I'm dead ass. Like, that's it. And I have to like really pull it back. Like, I had a situation a week ago, and he had to really stop me from going to slash somebody's tires, and I was like, no. But I want to. And he was like,
I would feel so much better once I do it.
We went to my friend's house who are all from Florida and happen to live out here. So it's 3 of us plotting on flashing someone's tires. And he was like, y'all so funny. And then my homegirl was like, all right, so we heading out. And I was like, oh, y'all know we can't. And he was like, are y'all serious? And I was like, yes. We're from Florida. We mean it. We fight. Like, we physically fight.
I'm from
Because
Detroit.
Then it's over.
Yeah. I'm from
because
Detroit.
Then it's over.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you no more. But you need to wear this ass whooping so you understand that I meant what I said, and then we don't have any more misunderstandings.
After y'all fight, y'all can go to the beach and swim
I be your best friend.
with
I
lizards.
be your best friend, but I have to beat your ass so you understand. I was clear. I meant what I said.
Yo, you
We
show
ain't got
people
no
how
beach
to
in
treat
Detroit.
you.
We gonna
You
spin the
show-
block again. Like,
you
fuck, we ain't got
show-
shit else to do.
Nah,
You show
I have
people how
gotten
to
a
treat you.
physical fight with a friend, and then we was cool a week after. But I was like, yeah, nah, you just wasn't hearing me, so you had to feel me.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear me, so you had to feel me.
But I'm not
Feeling
that
it.
person anymore because I'm old and
You're a
fights
Christian
seem like
now?
they hurt. No, God, no. I'm just old, and it seems like it will hurt. Like I feel like I will feel a fight
you,
the next day.
yeah,
now.
about to say, yeah, you're gonna be sore for a
And
while.
I got shit to lose.
You
and
don't
like,
need an ice
people,
bath.
People like to press charges now. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody pulling their phones out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
But
You feel me?
sometimes you just deserve to be punched in the face, and you just got to accept that punch and you move on.
Sometimes the way you dress too, you get to fighting and the top of your ass could be out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get
now
to sagging a
your
little
titties
bit.
out and you
Now
wanna-
y'all on the floor and the top of your, yeah. He's like, come on, man. I'm too cool for that. But
Yeah, now you the ghetto
but-
bitch, your
but,
world
nigga,
star with your
but,
titties out
yeah,
fighting.
but
it don't even matter because I won the fight, but like your titties out, you didn't win. I'm like, fuck.
But I will, but I will start researching where employee parking is, and then just happen to be there one day. You know what I'm saying? About 11:15. A nigga walking to his whip, nigga shit mad sweet. I don't even remember 4 months ago when you tried to fucking stall me out in front of my baby.
So-
remember that? You know what I'm saying? Do you remember?
So we hold grudges. We hold grudges.
I'm sorry.
Hey
feel
guys,
like-
I'm officially about to become a CP. I'm sorry. Let me
See,
a
see
CP.
people.
A CP.
I gotta urban it up. A
A
CP.
CP.
I'm about to become one because that was funny as shit.
Oh my God, how are you
Yeah.
already not one? See people is dope.
I've only met CP twice.
Oh right.
Yeah, once at BB and then once at Soho, the Soho House when Tahir was hosting. That was it.
Oh okay.
And that was my first time meeting him at the Soho House.
Yeah.
That
oh,
was it.
okay. Well yeah, CP is dope. He's the
At
homie.
BB, everything a blur. You better, did I meet you at the BB?
Yeah,
Yo,
we be
wait, times out at the
at
BB.
Everything's a blur. For
Why
sure.
one time me and him both were high as hell, and so we like walked
bless.
up to each other, and I'm thinking he's leaving, so we hug, and I was like, "Oh, you headed out?" He was like, "Man, no, I don't know why the fuck I hugged you." I'm high as hell, and I'm like, I'm sitting here like shit. I don't even know why I thought you needed a hug.
Man,
Yeah.
you just,
And my
man.
dude is such a like. My dude is a real comedy fan. Like he knew who like y'all, you and Tahir. He knew who y'all were when we met. And I was gonna like, don't be doing no fan shit in front of my friends. That's weird. But he's real chill. But he knows every comedian. He was like, you ain't never watched CP? And I was like, I don't know who that is. I know him as Tahir and Fan's friend. And I know he's a comedian, but I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? And so it would be so many times we get there, he'd be like, oh, I got to see Fan and Tahir, and we got to see CP and Pat, and he'd be so hype, and I'd just be like, babe, I don't, what? He'd be so hype, and I'd be like, yeah, that's Tahir and Fan's friend. I've met him twice, but I don't know them as like what they do. I know
Right.
you're like just a person that my friend knows.
But do you understand what's going on right now, though? Like, you know, we have built this syndicate of hard work and talent, right? So like, you know how they say like, you know, hard work gonna beat talent when talent don't work hard.
Yeah,
but what
yeah.
happens is we have built like a fucking little school that is kind of encompassed of hard work, so that my hard work gets residual effects on Tahir, and then Tahir's hard work get residual effects on Pat, and then Pat's hard work get residual. And so what happens is like it looks like we're always working all the time because people see all of us doing stuff, right? And so what happens is like we're becoming like this unstoppable force, like.
And I just accept that
in
you
comedy.
a cool ass nigga.
No,
because
no.
my niggas fuck with you.
Right, no.
And they introduced me to Pat, and I was like, Pat is a cool ass
Yeah.
nigga. I like that. Meanwhile, my dude is like, you don't watch the. I know, I don't, nigga. I don't know who these people are, but I know you must be a good person if they fuck with you as hard.
We
as they
gearing
do.
up
Yeah.
to be like comedy royalty.
Yeah.
But you
Like,
should.
this is-
I
but
assume
this shit
you're
is
funny
about to
because
happen.
Tahir
I'm
thinks you're
excited.
funny, and I think. Ugh, God, he's gonna see this. I think Tahir's hilarious.
Man,
Don't do my babe. Don't do my babe.
Nah, that's my friend, so I can't give him too much, but you know I think he's funny.
I didn't see Tahir it go crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, man, this nigga, bro. Man, this nigga, dog. Like, Tahir is like, Tahir like a, he like a juggernaut. You know how a nigga be like, you know how they take a juggernaut? When he in jail, they got to tape his head to the back of the wall. Because if this nigga get an inch, he
gonna take
a
him
foot,
out, yes.
and then it bam, and bam, and bam. That's, man, when he get rolling, you be like, all right, fuck whoever next. Let's just go ahead and
Yeah, for sure.
for real.
It's so dope. Oh, this
What
is-
about the outline, friend? What if we
No, girl. This look. What
We so
happened? What happened was more important. This was a moment we
I didn't
had.
think I would enjoy talking to CP this much because I don't know him. So I was really hyped
No.
for Persephone
Stop
one.
showing me how much you doubted me.
I don't know.
You just said it like 9
I
times.
already
See,
knew.
I knew you, and I knew you would be funny, but
Yeah.
I felt like I would get to sit back for this one, and I was like, "Oh, this
He's
nigga
so
is deep.
interesting.
He's
Like,
so interesting."
yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
As soon as I sat down, we started. They mentioned you was a Kappa, and I started talking about fam, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, okay." I'm like, "Oh, this is one of my
Leaning
friends."
in.
I was
Like,
damn.
I was fully prepared for
I was gonna
to
sit back.
have a conversation or to do the show with just CP because I know he's so
Yeah.
dope and just me and him. We can talk.
I was
like
nervous
that.
about this one,
But
because
yeah.
you were like fit in for CP2, and I was like, "Oh god." Okay.
Well, look, relationships are happening and building,
Yeah.
and people are
And
meeting.
what I learned from the Louis store that CP is rich, y'all. So look for me on his Instagram because apparently I'm cooking. So like,
She's a
CP
private chef,
is-
so you
CP
know.
is apparently rich
Hey,
like
hey,
my.
hey,
Listen,
like
Shoot
my
your
other
shot,
friends.
friend. Shoot your shot.
Listen.
CP is rich like my other friends, so you know.
Listen, Rich, yes, but Rich has nothing to do with money.
That ain't got
Part.
nothing to do with me.
Man, look, nah,
She's talking about. I'm talking about the money part.
I was. I'm in
nah,
rich in
nah.
cash because I'm my
me and my
services
niggas,
aren't
me and my niggas are walking gold bars.
Yeah.
When
You know
you,
what I'm
said
saying?
y'all wanted
Yeah.
to be the new Harlem Nights, I was like, that is Harlem Nights is. I mean, Chef's Kiss.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Man,
Oh.
please.
Harlem
So
Nights
good.
and
My
Fifth
pinky toe.
Element.
Fifth Element is. but Chris Tucker is just like in his own
Man,
lane.
Fifth Element was
that
that.
man is in his own lane.
Listen, can I tell you this?
Every
Fifth
part
Element,
of his body is funny.
Oh, Fifth
every
Element took me
part of
by
his
surprise with how good it was
Good
the
it
first
was.
time. I was
Oh
like,
my
what
God.
the
And
fuck?
for him to completely steal that show
He
from
did
it was
the
a
movie.
Bruce Willis movie,
Yeah.
and Bruce Willis
Who
was
is
the
that?
draw. Yes, he was the draw, but Chris Tucker stole that shit.
Come in,
Dog,
come in,
the
come in,
little
daddy.
circular bouffant
Yeah.
and the,
Yes.
every part of his body
Green,
is
super
funny.
green. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Chris Tucker's the first time I
Oh,
realized that
man.
someone can make every part of their body funny. Like, even when Bruce Willis is talking to him, he's sitting there like,
Right.
doing all this like funny
Yes.
shit. And I was like, dog, this motherfucker is hilarious.
Yeah, I
Oh
love that
my
shit.
goodness.
I
So,
love
while where's the little clocky
Did he
thing?
answer the questions?
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we
We made it past the questions. We didn't make it into what the plan topic was, but what we did move into was better. So we're good. It's good. It's good. This again, something else that stick a pin in for another
Look at
another
you having
guest.
an outline for something else.
But real quick, well, not even real quick, because I want you to think about it. I feel like you have something for this, CP. This is the Where Are They Now segment. And so is there like a former celebrity or just a celebrity period, doesn't matter what industry, that you realize you haven't seen or heard anything from in a while?
It's like that person who you like, man, where are they at?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a, and I was trying to prepare. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as you were saying it, I'm like, yeah, who can I think of that that I have not seen in a long time, because I kind of see everybody all the time with social media. I kind of tap in with anybody who I'm wondering about, right? You know, anybody who I think I'm constantly like.
So when you think about them, you actively like go in and look for
Yeah.
them. Who was that last person?
Because like
then?
people be dead. You be like, what the fuck? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
gonna tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If you don't catch the news, you'll never know.
Yeah, but you really don't have to work that hard for it. We're nearing the end
They working
anyway.
for it. They are.
Yeah. So
I was
she'll-
noticing that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I didn't realize when I asked you, and we can cut this out.
Yeah. But shout out to Tahir for working out.
That wasn't. That's not even him. I don't believe. That's
That's her.
Oh.
Kara
Yeah.
responding
I thought,
and
okay.
his assistant.
Oh, you're
yeah.
hippie goes. Hey, girl.
No, she's not hippie.
Oh, you're
Girl.
not
She's
hippie
on
goes.
Tahir's page,
Oh,
so
you're
she's
Tahir.
responding as Tahir.
You're Tahir.
Yeah.
Oh. This is a,
Today.
This is a big visual
At the
change for
moment.
me.
I have to remember cut out this
Yeah.
minute, but yes. So, who was the last person you remember looking up then?
David Allen Greer,
Oh,
randomly, right? Because you know what's crazy?
isn't he doing something right now? Or
I
is
think he is.
on something. I know he was on the Carmichael show.
David Allen Greer had one of the funniest shows called Chocolate News back in the day, like 2008. It was like right in between when the Chappelle Show got canceled and when Key and Peele got picked up. And it was so funny, and I feel like it didn't get the push, or nobody really was watching it, or maybe just people weren't really ready to accept him being a star. But if I ever get a chance to talk to him, I want to tell him how influential that show was. It was such a great comedy sketch show. It was really, in my opinion, like one of the greats. Like it really was really good. And so it was dope because it was on the air when Obama got elected. So like he
Yeah.
did like a whole Obama thing.
Yeah.
And,
Wow,
but,
I don't remember that.
I've
at
never heard
all.
of it.
Yeah,
That's how I feel
it
about
was-
the Amber Ruffin show, though. I never hear people talk about it, but
Man,
it's good.
he had this porn star on there. Well, he was like portraying this porn star who had 1,000 positions that he all named. and so he was in there. He had on like a little G-string. He in front of the camera. He just going through and naming them. He like Pop Tart, Juicy Fruit, Twist. You know what I'm saying? Molotov cocktail.
That's hilarious.
Man, it was so funny, and I'm just like, but you know, like as a student of the craft and the art, it's like you know
comedic arts.
the comedic arts. You got to sometimes reach outside of what is popular because you know it's gonna be a point like you know I'm not popular, right? People don't really know yet really what's going on with me, but I think I'm one of the best. And when they find out, then you know it's gonna be on, right? But so I have to also find solace in my position of being, you know, and appreciate fans that I have now. Those are the people, the early adopters, people who do research, people who love the art for real, and who are finding people who they think are dope. So I always kind of stay in that mode, like man, like I don't give a fuck who everybody else like. I like who I like. One of my favorite comedians is like Ron Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like
Really?
Oh, Ron Taylor's hilarious.
He is.
Ron Taylor is hilarious,
He
and
is.
his perspective is so unique. You know what I'm saying? And so like you know, there are things that I can't say as a comedian because of the kind of comedian that I am. I'm a certain way, and I love the kind of comedian that I am. So I appreciate where other cats can come from with it.
Yeah.
So,
That's who Ed is. He knows every new comedian. He watches. He don't care who it is. He'll watch the special. And afterwards, he'll be like, nah, not for me, or whoever. He don't care. And he knows everybody. And I just
Really?
be like, yeah, we just go to, like, random comedy shows all the time. And he just be like, oh, so-and-so was there. I'm like, who the hell is that? And then
it's
I
so
watch it and I
crazy.
love it. And I'm
It
like, oh,
feels
this is
weird
funny.
being like being married to a comedian and
Part of
being
comedy
so
royalty.
in the comedy world, knowing so many people. But I was never one of those people that was just like chose a comedy show to go to when I wanted to go out or
Yeah.
followed comedians like that. Like if I watched your special, it was because I was already invested
fan.
in you and I was a fan. Other than that, I didn't watch it.
I've seen
So
more comedy specials
now,
in the last 6 months than I've ever seen. I be like, really? You want to watch this one? He'd be like, yeah, give it a chance. And I'm like, oh,
it's-
God.
yeah, I watch a lot more now, especially since, you know, as people that I know are doing actual specials and stuff, then I want to fucking fully support. So yes,
Yeah.
I want to watch it because I want to be able to see you and be like, yeah, I saw such, or you
Yeah.
know. But it's just I was just never that person.
Not
So,
super into it.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
I think I went to maybe 2 comedy shows
Yeah.
before.
But now you see the artistry of it because you got it firsthand.
Yeah,
You watch
absolutely.
somebody like take it in and kind of adjust their fit and
Right.
be like, You need to live
And the way
life
that
in order
they
to
give
make jokes.
I loved sitting like in the back where the comics like talked about their sets afterwards or gave each other tags and stuff. And it's like a whole little community back here.
Yeah.
You guys are so cute.
And it's so cool to watch them get, like, to hear, remember at my old apartment in Pasadena, to hear was like, I'm working on this joke. I want to try it real quick. Remember?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah,
this is a big deal.
it's a big deal because he doesn't
it's a
do that with
vulnerable thing.
everybody.
It's a
Yeah.
vulnerable thing. So I'm like, oh shit, this is a big deal. Hands down, like, very fucking funny. But he was doing it, and I remember listening to him afterwards be like, yeah, but like this word could be a punchier, funnier word. I just don't know what word goes there.
Yeah. So
And it's like the tiniest thing.
yeah.
And he was like,
sometimes-
yeah, I tried it with this word in this city. And I tried it with this word in that city. And he gauged reaction. I'm like, I never thought y'all thought that much about it. I thought you just say the wildest shit and hope people think it's funny.
No, you gotta. It's an art form to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of the stuff sometimes, especially when you're in front of the mic, I know because I've seen Tahir do it. It becomes more off the cuff and more organic.
Yeah.
Once
You play with the
you go
crowd or
with the
whatever.
flow and the energy of the room and everything. But okay, next CP.
That's enough about you here.
Is there
Shout out to
a
Tahir,
song?
man.
Yes.
No.
A song that you used to sing when you were little that you were too young to sing.
Poison.
Mm.
I ain't know what the fuck I was talking about.
That's not that bad.
Never touch the big button. It's my aunt. No, I'll take that back. I take that back. Sir Mix-a-Lot in second grade. I knew all the words.
To what?
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get stunned. Then I pull up quick because I noticed that butt was done.
Yes!
Hip to the hip she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I want to get with you and take your picture. Them homeboys tried to warm me with that butt she got. It made me
so horny.
Nigga, what? I was in second grade like, ooh, Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh my God, he was ready with all the lyrics too.
man.
I'm
that
so
shit.
embarrassed to admit that was me with what is it? The too sexy. I'm too sexy.
Really?
So much. I know all the words. And I don't know
Really?
nobody who knows all the words. That's
Man.
I don't
stupid
know
song.
those all the
I knew
words.
all the
So
words when I was a
sexy
kid.
it hurts.
And
I'm
too
immortal.
sexy
Yeah.
for my land. Too sexy for my land. New York and,
And
Japan.
Japan. Yeah.
So stupid. I
Yeah.
know all the words.
But that nigga was swagging though. When you really
It
think
was.
about
What
when
it-
he was in the
Red Fred
booth.
Fred, something like that. That's
Yeah,
his
he was
name.
in the booth like, I'm immortal. You know what I mean? He's
And
like,
I turn my little
let me hear that
turn
back. Let me
on
hear that
the
back.
catwalk.
Let me hear that back. But before the catwalk part,
The
please.
catwalk.
I love how much of the song he knows too. Though.
Right.
Punch me in. Punch me in.
Right. And he literally goes, I shake my little tush on the catwalk.
Yeah, on the catwalk. Yeah.
It's so good.
I
It's
love
so
Man,
dope.
that
what?
so much. Oh my God, y'all, those are good songs. Good job, y'all. So before we get out of here, CP, this is your moment to humble brag or not so humble brag.
Don't
Because
humble.
we no humility.
All right, better up.
And let us know where to find you, what you got coming up, all the things.
So y'all can always check me out on the CP podcast that we shoot right in this little area. It looks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's every Wednesday on YouTube, every other Thursday on Caffeine, and every 2 weeks on Patreon. So either way it goes, you guys are gonna get 2 shows a week, no matter how it slices. Also, my hour special just got approved. Yeah, so like I turned in a set. I've been doing these hour sets for like about maybe like the last year, trying to get it right, and we landed on a set that everybody loves, and we're moving forward, picking
What
cities.
platform? What we doing?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
These are the financiers, people who are coming in to pay for the special, have
Amen.
approved the material.
nice.
And,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Independence
So-
out
Like
here.
the baddie he is.
Right.
You feel me?
right.
You feel me?
I'm saying?
And so
Louis
I'm
things.
really excited about that. So be on the lookout, man. In the next
Yes.
about maybe 6 or 7 months, a brand new CP special that we've been waiting on for a long
Have you
time. It's
named
been
it
long
yet?
awaited.
Do we know?
Yeah. It's gonna be called Sunday After 6.
Sunday after 6.
I feel like that's a classic name, but also like that's a very, very symbolic. Like Sunday night at 6 o'clock is when people realize that the fun is over. and
Yeah. That's so
I was
real.
just thinking, like, that's
What do I
usually
be doing?
stores are
Yeah.
closed. Like, you're getting ready, you're
We
prepping.
back to the week.
I
we
sit
back
down
to
and
Weekend's
write
bullshit.
reviews for the
Right.
week.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
Okay.
Sunday after 6, this is going to be like just a chance to get your weekend extended gets that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna
love
drop it
that. I
on.
like that,
I'm gonna
yeah.
drop it on a Sunday. You know,
6?
after 6. So it'll be 6 p.m. here, 9 p.m. East Coast. So I'll be at it all planned out.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's cool.
Don't say what I say. What I say.
Oh
We're
my
so
God,
cute.
that's what I said. Dear, you're not welcome back. This is more cherry to the story.
More cherry to the story.
More cherries to the story. That's dope.
Right?
Um,
Okay. So yes. Did you have a
That's
question?
amazing. No, no. That's-
But
I
yes,
just
that
wanted to
is
big it
super
up.
dope, and I'm looking forward to it. So you said the next like 5 or 6 months or
5
so.
or 6 months or
Keep
so.
an eye.
We're picking cities, and we're gonna figure
Sunday
out the
after
theme.
6.
Yeah.
That's
Sunday
dope.
after 6.
SAS is coming.
Yay.
my
All right.
first
Well,
one.
thank you so much for joining us, CP.
Man, thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you for hosting another episode with me, friend.
I enjoyed this one. I did. I got got a little emotional.
We laughed,
beginning,
we
and I'm like,
cried.
this is
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
He took us
This
like
is
this was like a This
good.
Is Us episode.
Yes.
Like we
No,
laughed, we
this is-
cried.
Yes.
We had
Shout
all
out
the
to Sterling
feelings.
Brown.
Yeah, Sterling Brown come out like,
You know, that's my client. I love you, bruh.
shout out to Sterling, man.
Shout out Sterling.
I know his glasses be steamy. All the crying he be doing.
He is the coolest. No, he don't be crying like that.
Oh, okay.
For real.
I
He
just
is
be-
the cool. I mean, like out of all my clients, he's a cool dude. That's my dog.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
He's
I keep trying
cool.
to meet you, Sterling, but
Absolutely not.
Io's driving a wedge between us.
I-
We
and I
could
will
be
continue.
great, but
Sterling.
Io over here.
Sterling,
Please leave my
I
client
don't need to meet you, Sterling, but I might have to become her favorite client. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, okay,
Nah,
listen.
it's Sterling, you ain't gotta worry about that. Sterling is cool.
I like him, but now he's not
Yeah.
favorite material.
Nah, Sterling is cool. That's my dog.
Don't be
straight
my
up.
friend.
yeah, don't do my friend. You know
Your
what I'm
friend ain't
saying?
paid the deposit yet. So until then, Sterling, you might.
See?
Yeah.
We getting to the root of it.
Yes,
Okay,
I love
but
me some
yes.
Sterling.
Thanks for joining us this week for another episode of More to the Story. I'm Farron Moore, and this has been my co-host, Io Cherry.
Tahir has been exterminated. And yes, I used the word I meant to use.
He's out there being great. So,
Yeah, so he
and
could just not come back.
thank you again, CP, for joining us, and we will see y'all next week.
Thank y'all for having me. Peace.
Hey, y'all.
Bye.